Justina Machado starred in the hit Netflix series One Day at a Time, a reboot of the Norman Lear classic. Vanity Fair called it the funniest show. TV Guide hailed it as must-see TV. It was an all-Latinx cast, including Hollywood legend Rita Moreno. It won a Critic Choice Award and a GLAAD Media Award for Best Comedy Series. But as popular and critically acclaimed as the reboot of One Day at a Time was, it was canceled. Not once, but twice. And Justina had to build herself up again, step by step, one step at a time. And Justina joins us now from her home, better than ever, in Los Angeles, California. You know what? Thank you so much for joining us. Justina, I've read the story, and I know that, as I said, you are better than ever. But I want to talk about how you got back on your game and didn't let that setback really destroy you. One Day at a Time was a hit originally. Netflix pulled it, season 3. It was so popular that fans like Lin-Manuel Miranda demanded it return. And then it gets canceled again. You were on this emotional roller coaster. How do you describe it?
I describe it as my career, an emotional roller coaster. So it's like, I'm used to it. That's the thing about this business. It is a roller coaster. Sometimes you're really high, sometimes you're low, and you just have to love it as much as I love it, even when you hate it, and just keep on keeping on. You know what I mean? Keep it moving, keep it moving.
Did you receive advice early on in your career that helped you through that moment? And I don't bring that moment to make you feel bad about it, because I know, as I said, you're doing fine and you have a new project we're going to talk about. But I'm curious, when it happened so publicly, it shakes you, but it didn't break you. Why?
I don't know, except for I have to say it has to go back to the way I grew up. You know, I grew up in the inner city of Chicago with a single mother and a grandmother until my mother remarried. We moved around a lot. We didn't have a lot of money. So I was always the new girl in school. I was always the new kid in the neighborhood. So I just kind of learned how to make every situation work. And to know that tomorrow's another day, because it is hard when it's in the public eye. You were just saying that about Iyanla, about people criticizing her. That's stuff that happens to us all the time. You're never gonna please everybody. You know, not everyone's gonna love you. You just gotta love yourself and have the right team around you. And that's the really most important thing, to know that there's another day, to know that there's another opportunity, to know that there's something better for you.
Yeah, what's meant for you is meant for you, right?
Right.
I know that before you landed One Day at a Time, you'd admitted in an interview that you thought about giving up, that maybe you wouldn't get that lead role. You were 45 at the time. But then the show comes along. Again, you know, people ask me about the TV industry and what I wish I could see. And I said, more women being able to age in like men do on television.
Yes, exactly.
But it's true, right? You know, and you were 45 and ready to give up at that pivotal point.
I was ready not to give up acting. I was ready to say, I may never have that leading role. I may never have that role. I may have to always be, you know, the co-star, the other person. I was ready to do that because that's what was happening over and over again until One Day at a Time. And then now I can't imagine going back.
Right.
It's all about going forward.
I love that. And speaking of your going forward, you've teamed up with actress and director Elizabeth Rome, who people know from Law and Order, and you're starring in a brand new movie. It's called Switched Before Birth. It's a heart-wrenching drama. You actually play a woman whose embryo was implanted in another woman's body during IVF. We have a clip.
Stop it! He is our son. We are not giving up custody. I've missed out on 4 months of bonding with my son.
You can't do this, Olivia. You can't keep a baby away from me. You know what I've been through.
He is not an embryo anymore. Sam is a real person, a person we have been raising.
No, you know this. Why are you doing this?
Get up, back up.
Because I am his mother.
No, you're not his mother. I'm his mother. Let me.
Anna.
This is not over. You should be ashamed of yourself. So disgusting.
To hell with you!
Ooh, how did you prepare for that role? Oh, my goodness. My heart is racing. How did you prepare for that role?
I think life, honestly, I know what love is. I know what loss is. I know what really wanting something so bad and it not happening is. I've never had a child, but I am the oldest of four and 17 years older than the youngest. Wow. So I kind of helped my mom a lot with my siblings. I just tapped into my feelings and put it in that situation. And also the director, Elizabeth Rome, helped a lot too, because she had her child through IVF. So there was, she helped with all of the stuff that I needed, all of the research, and she helped me along with this role.
Listen, a powerful performance, and congratulations to you and Elizabeth. Thank you so much for joining us today.